Hi, this is Joan Agraviador, and this is my OT leadership journey.
A leader is someone who cares and helps you be a part of a group. They help you be one with like all your friends, and Miss Agradador is my leader.
Transformational leadership style is defined as the process wherein a person engages with others and creates a connection that raises the levels of motivation and morality in both the leader and the followers. This type of leader is attentive to the needs and motives of followers and tries to help followers reach their fullest potential. I strongly believe I have a transformational leadership style because I work closely with those I lead. I try my best to communicate with my team, develop good network, and put in the time to nurture the relationship I have. When creating connections with the followers, I try to build rapport with my team. For instance, with my Girl Scouts, I try to reach out to my girls' needs and concerns. I also connect with their parents to show them that I care and love their kids. With raising level of motivation and morality, I usually challenge my team. For instance, with my Girl Scout troop, I teach the girls the right and wrong behavior. I also teach them good values and conduct, to be honest and fair, also to be considerate and caring, be responsible to what they say and do, and also respect themselves and others. I try to be attentive to my followers' needs and motives. I try to make people feel special by listening to their concerns and work together to get a better outcome. I always try to help my followers reach their fullest potential. I try to bring out the best in them by exposing them to various opportunities and showing them that they are well appreciated for all their hard work and dedication.
Well, my name is Carlos Gonzalez. I'm a co-worker of John Agraviado, and she's a very good leader. She's fair with all the employees. I worked with her for 2 years and a half, and she was very demanding at some point, but she compares, and she's very fair on the menus, on the schedule with all co-workers, no matter what nationality or race. She was very uh, friendly with everybody, and I believe she's a very good leader.
Now let's look at my skills and traits. This is what the DISC assessment says about me. So for my decisive section, I scored moderately low. Some of the highlights where I like to carefully weigh the pros and cons and important issues before forming an opinion. Another is I prefer to lead by setting an example, not outright instructing others. An example is when I lead my Girl Scout troop, I don't tell them what to do. Instead, I set an example for them to follow.
Hi, I'm Victoria Freiler. I'm Joan Agraviador's co-leader for our Girl Scout Troop 1065. Joan has a great way about her when she's speaking with our Girl Scout troop in guiding them and giving them direction and brainstorming and being able to resolve issues on their own without giving them answers or giving them the solution that they're looking for. An example of that is we needed to do a community service project for the school year, and the girls needed to come up with something that was going to benefit everyone in our community, not just one particular area. And some of the ideas were, oh, let's have a garden, maybe we can have a recycle center. And ultimately there was something missing in our community, and it was actually a water fountain. So the girls said, well, this is something that, students, local people could benefit from. And Joan did a really great job just guiding them into that and having them come up with a solution. So we did some fundraising, and Joan came up with more ideas for that, and now the community has an extra drinking fountain for everybody.
So for my interactive section shows a very high score. Some of the highlights where I seek freedom of speech and the ability to express ideas and opinions openly, and also I'm very optimistic. I tend to not force my opinion or decisions on others, but rather listen to what they have to say. I believe that my group will contribute a lot.
Joan is someone who makes being a leader seem like a trait that comes naturally to everyone when in fact it's not. It's actually really uncommon to find leaders in a group of people. Joan is always trying to find ways to add value to all the situations that she finds herself in. She's taking initiative to assist wherever she can. A leader is someone who is determined and ambitious and is driven to accomplish the goals that they set out to do. A leader is also someone who thinks outside the box to solve problems. And to me, Joan definitely falls into that category. So that is my definition of a leader and pretty much my definition of Joan.
My stability section also scored very high. The highlights were I'm an excellent team player. I prefer an environment that allows for lots of consistency, dependability, and structure. I like working as a group rather than ordering people around. This makes for a stronger team that I can rely on as much as they can rely on me.
Do you think that Mrs. Agraviador is a good leader?
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about her leadership?
She comes up with cool ideas to go places. Like, she came up with probably coming here.
In conscious section, I scored low average. It says, I am persistent in trying to get a message across, even in the midst of resistance. And also it says I am practical and realistic person. These are the strengths and weaknesses of a transformational leadership. Some of the strengths of a transformational leader are they're confident, they are competent, articulate, and they express strong ideals. They also listen to their followers and are not intolerant of opposing views. They are also out front advocating change for others. Also, they places a strong emphasis on followers' needs, values, and morale. Some of the weaknesses of a transformational leader include lack of conceptual clarity. Because it covers a wide range of activities and characteristics, sometimes it is difficult to define exactly the parameters of a transformational leader. It could cover an area of creating a vision, maybe motivating or building trust, that it will get to a point that it's so confusing with which area they wanted to focus to. Another weakness that a transformational leader has is that it treats leadership as a personal trait or personal disposition rather than a behavior that people can learn. So if it is a trait, training people in this approach becomes more problematic because it is difficult to teach people how to change their traits. For me, there are different environments that I take on different leadership roles. As a mom, as much as possible, I wanted to be there for my kids 24/7. My family relies on me most of the time, especially when my kids were little. As a mom, with my leadership skills, it involves more on disciplining the kids, more caring, and giving them extra love. As a Girl Scout troop leader, there is still caring and love involved, as I am also considered their troop mother. I teach my girls good manners and conduct, but also respect their own background and their own family values. As a daytime manager, I had to win their confidence and trust before I can instill my vision that I wanted to make. Most of my staff had been working at the facility for over 20 years, so I struggled at first, but in the end, we worked together as a great team and made improvements for the facility and its residents. As an MOT officer, it was easier for me to handle the position because we were all friends when we started the class, and we mostly shared the same vision for the class. My vision statement. I see the future I need to change through my children's eyes, and I see the past that will guide me through my grandparents' eyes. I will strive to build a path that will lead to a stronger and nurturing future. The wisdom, knowledge, and teachings of my grandparents and mentors will empower me. I will pave the path with love, understanding, caring, faith in God, and resilience to establish a healthy and happy future for the children and all children. I've always been guided by what I learned from my elders. My grandparents have influenced my path, my decisions, and the way I treat people. This shows in the way I lead people. I treat them as equals, listen to what they have to say, empathize, and try to bring out the best in them the way my grandparents did for me. Having children further changed the way I live. I empower and nurture the people I come in contact with. I help them and make them grow to be as a good leader as I am. As I have mentioned in my vision statement, I will continue to build a better future for my children and all children, my patients, and other elders that I will come in contact with. So with this, my 2 long-term goals for reaching my leadership vision include, first, I want to be a rehab director in the next 5 years once I graduate from my program. Second, I want to put up my own business in the next 10 years. To achieve my 5-year goal, first, I will work in a skilled nursing facility after I graduate because I enjoyed working with the geriatric population during my nutrition career days. Second, I will start looking for mentorship programs to get a better idea of how to be a rehab director. I will ask its pros and cons to have a better understanding of what the job would entail. So my third action plan is to start networking with other OT practitioners and other professionals who can provide inputs to be a better rehab director, and also if they can provide other resources that will be valuable for my job. I see myself putting up my own business in the next 10 years. Since I was a kid, I've been exposed to handling a business, one of the many reasons why I ended up taking my bachelor's in business. Prior to my OT career, I had the opportunity to own my own business, but unfortunately, I did not succeed. From this experience, I would like to challenge myself to try again and build off the experiences I learned. So first, what I'd like to do is to do needs assessment to see what type of business is needed in the community where I plan to set it up. So second, what I'd like to do is to create a business strategy. This will include a mission statement, a clear product or service that I'd like to render, the investors of my business, a targeted demographic, the timeline when I wanted to put up the business, and also the budget so I would know how much spending I'd like to have. So my last plan is I will start connecting with the people in my community, and hopefully I can join forces with those who have different yet key expertise than what I have.
I think Miss Gravidor is a good leader because she cares for all of us in one troop and she helps all of us when we feel down.
I hope you enjoyed watching my OT leadership journey. Thank you for watching.